Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. So I only did a Imperial Guard video the other day and I'm doing another one today because guess what? The Greater Good Ashtray Militarum Faction Focus is now out. So I'm going to go through it all, look at it all, see what it's all about, see if it improves the Imperial Guard, what they get. Again, this is just going to be a preview. This is not the full thing. I know a lot of people from my last video said, is this it? Is this all that the Tau get? No, these are just previews. This is it. This is just a little preview, a glimpse on what is coming in the Greater Good book, which is going on pre-order this Saturday the 8th of February. So let's jump in and let's get started. So the first thing on discussion is Regimental Doctrines. It said, if you've got Codex Space Marines, you'll be familiar with this concept which enables you to custom build your own factional rules. In this case, your own Regimental Doctrine. Instead of choosing a pre-existing set to do so, you can pick 2 rules from 12 options available to form your own Regimental Doctrine, based on your favoured style of gameplay or narrative that you've created for your army. Ooh, that sounds interesting. It seems that everyone's doing this so far. So we've had the Space Marines now. We've had, is it Chaos? No, I don't think Chaos have got it. No, Chaos haven't got it. The Greater Good have got it. And now the Imperial Guard have got it. Am I missing another faction where you can go in and create your own stuff? Probably am. Please help me out in the comment section. It says, if you want to hold the line, gun down your enemies with overwhelming weight of fire, for example, Gunnery Expert and Disciplined Shooters are 2 great options for maximising your number of shots. So the first one is Gunnery Experts, and this says, when you're rolled to determine your type characteristic of any weapon, a vehicle model with this doctrine is equipped with, you can re-roll one of the dice. Okay, that's pretty cool. And again, I'll always state it. Anything that gives you an option to reroll is always pretty good in my books because, you know, if you fail it, then you have the option to reroll. Disciplined Shooters. When an infantry model with this doctrine shoots with a rapid-fire weapon against a unit that is within 18 inches, double the number of attacks that weapon makes rather than following the number rules for rapid-fire weapons. I'm trying to think of a rapid-fire weapon for the Imperial Guard. I haven't played Imperial Guard in so long. What those little Gatling cannon ones are those rapid fire weapons? I forgot what they're called now. Punisher tanks. Are Punisher tanks rapid fire or are they heavy? I'm not too sure. Again, I'm sorry. My lack of Imperial Guard knowledge when it comes to tanks and stuff is not really up to par. It actually gives us a little bit more detail about this. I should have read this. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Firstly, your Lehman Russ turret weapons and heavy artillery vehicles will be able to up their effectiveness with rerolls on the number of attacks they make. Meanwhile, your guardsmen will be churning out 2 shots apiece or 4 shots with first rank fire, second rank fire order up to 18-inch range. So that's pretty good. You know, if you thought guardsmen were firing the hell of a lot at you before, now they're firing even more at you. Yes, you can say, oh, well, guardsman firing is not really that effective, but I think it's effective. Overwhelming firepower is always effective because it gives you more chance to hit, wound, and take those wounds off your enemies, which is always welcome. We get another little preview, combined Auspex and jury-rigged repairs. It says, alternately, you could create an elite armoured company by choosing combined Auspex for more accurate Overwatch fire and jury-rigged repairs for a chance to regain lost wounds even in the heat of battle. That sounds really good. So combined Auspex is when resolving an Overwatch attack made by a regiment vehicle model with this doctrine, whilst within 3 inches of another friendly regiment vehicle unit, a hit roll of 5+ scores a hit. That is really, really good. That is like Iron Hands Overwatching, which is awful, absolutely awful. Goddamn Iron Hands, they're so broken. Jury rig repairs, well, I say they're broken, me as an Imperial Fist laughing in the background. Jury rig repairs, at the start of your turn, roll 1d6 for each vehicle model from your army with this doctrine that has lost any wounds. On a 2 to 4, that model regains 1 lost wound. On a 5+, that model regains up to D3 lost wounds. That is really, really good because the people I've played against before always bring a load of tanks, and it's like, all right, I need to take the tanks down. I actually do a pretty good job taking tanks down because Imperial Fists, I get the +1 to wound vehicles and stuff, so I can go through them a lot, but they are left with, like, 2, 3s and stuff because I try to go across the board to just deteriorating them all and stuff like that, so they're not that really effective. But if he's coming back and he's potentially getting D3 wounds back per vehicle, that is kind of scary. So yeah, it really makes me think now, okay, I need to actually be blowing these vehicles up so he doesn't have a chance to repair his stuff. We get a new thing called tank aces. This sounds funky. So it says, give tanks to the Emperor. I thought I went Irish then. Give tanks to the Emperor. Give tanks to the Emperor, for you'll soon be able to make your armored behemoth of choice even better. It says, instead of choosing a warlord trait, you can select tank ace ability to apply once to your eligible Ashtray Militarum vehicles, aka Imperial Guard, or alternatively, in addition, it says, if you want to include 2 tank aces, you can spend a single command point to use a tank ace stratagem. So this is 1 command point for the tank ace stratagem. And it says, use this stratagem before the battle, select 1 Ashtray Militarum model, without the Brood Brothers keyword from your army. That model can be given the tank ace ability from your corresponding list below. Named characters cannot be given the tank ace ability, and no model can have more than 1 tank ace ability. You can only use this stratagem once per battle. And something that goes with the tank ace, the first thing is weapon expert. So it says, improve the armor penetration characteristics of turret weapons, in brackets, see Codex Ashtray Militarum, of course, because there's different turret weapons in this game. This model is equipped with by 1. So, for example, AP 0 becomes AP -1. Very, very cool. We have that for the Imperial Fists, and it is devastating. I think ours is when you roll 6s, and I think it's a stratagem. I think it's something called Dawn or something like that. And I'm very, very good at rolling 6s. So some of my weapons become like AP -5. It's absolutely sickening. It really, really is good. Another one is Steadfast Leviathan. If your army is battle-forged, this model gains a regimental doctrine of its regiment, even if it's a super heavy auxiliary detachment. Oh boy, that is really, really good. Very, very, I like that. I like that very, very, yes, that is brilliant. And the final thing we've got to go into is some stratagems. So the first one is 1 command point, and it's called Splash Damage Ashtray Militarum Stratagem. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase when a Hellhound model from your army is chosen to shoot with until the end of that phase when resolving an attack made with a Chem Cannon, Inferno Cannon, or Melter Cannon by that model against a unit that is receiving the benefit of cover, you can re-roll the wound roll. Pretty nice, you know. Again, I'll say it, anything that gives you a chance to re-roll stuff is always welcome in my book. It's, you know, but if you're in cover against Imperial Fist, guess what? No, you're not. We ignore your cover. That's why we're the best. Strike first and strike hard is the next one. I'm sorry, I always got about Imperial Fist. Strike first and strike hard is the next one. 1 command point. Once again, use this stratagem in your shooting phase and the first battle round when an armored sentinels or scout sentinel unit from your army is chosen to shoot with until the end of that phase when resolving an attack made by a model in that unit. Add 2 to the hit roll. That's pretty cool as well. So, you know, if you've got the, you know, the armored sentinels or scouts, and you like to spam it that way, you like to purge that way, then that stratagem is probably going to be for you. All in all, it seems decent. You know, nothing is really like, oh my god, that's a game changer. Then again, you know, I'm not really into the Guard that much as I should be, to be completely fair. Again, I'm going to harken back to the video I did the other day, if you haven't watched it. And what I really wanted from this one, or what I was hoping for, fingers crossed, is that they would go more into certain regiments, like I don't know, like the Praetorian Guard, the Vostrian Firstborn, the Talon Desert Raiders. I was hoping to have more in-depth stuff for those personal regiments, but it seems instead that they've given us regimental doctrines, so we can just go and make our own regiments for people, you know, who are just not happy with, like, I don't know, maybe you're not like well, you are a fan of the Talon Desert Raiders, but you know the rules for the Talon doesn't do it for you, so now you can go in and make your own Talon-esque type of regiment, and you borrow some things from theirs and also use things from other regiments to really help you purge out on the battlefield. One of the things I'm really looking forward to in this as well is the lore side. I know the lore hasn't really been up to par so far in the Psychic Awakening. Yes, it is. It's been okay in certain books. Like, there's certain books where I really like Leiden. I think it was the Black Temple and Sister one, where a lot of things were going down with the faith and stuff like that. But others have been very, very meh. So fingers crossed once again that this book will really give us some awesome stuff about the Imperial Guard regiments. Hopefully different regiments. Hopefully maybe introduce a brand new Imperial Guard regiment. I know that's what a lot of people were mentioning in my video the other day. Hey, Varric, why not get GW to do another Imperial Guard regiment? My argument against that was that why would you, you know, go down that route and like make another Guard regiment when you have the foundations of all these amazing other guard regiments that have already been established in the lore that you haven't really done anything with. You know, why not just go back to them and make them the standout characters, make one of them like the main regiments one more, and, you know, bring them out purging. But, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, everyone's different. That's just my opinion on the matter. Hopefully we'll get some more regimental focus, and this will be a nice little book to read that in. But, you know, I don't really see it. Looking at some of the stuff, it seems just to be labeling it as Ashtray Militarum, so I'm not really holding my breath for anything like that. Alright, Chaprunios, that is me done for another video. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching. As always, Imperial Guard fans, where are you? March forward, brothers. We are the hammer and the... Well, I'm not, I'm a Space Marine, but, you know, I'm behind you taking all the glory while you die in droves and droves and droves. That's basically the life of a guardsman. But let me know what your thoughts and feedback are about this article. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you like the things that you're seeing? What do you think about the Regimental Doctrines and stuff? Does that tickle your fancy? Let me know down below, and we can have a nice little talk about it down there as always. See you now. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.